Hey everybody and welcome to a new episode of In Your Puppet Face vlog, and today, cops suck! Now I actually don't know if you can see this, but can you see all the white on my face and skin here? Lots of white, okay? I mean, yeah, I have funny hair, but I shouldn't have all that much trouble with cops, right? I mean, there are a lot of brown people where I live. Was that racist? I think it is. I think it was racist. Sorry to everyone. And I have a couple of good experiences with cops. Granted, one of them was when I was a little kid and they showed us the police station, and I thought that was kind of awesome. And the other one... there's no other one. Okay. One good experience with cops. And a couple of fucked up experiences with cops. Including one cop who wanted me to strip down because he suspected me of carrying drugs, even though it was winter and it was raining and it was freezing. He just didn't understand why I didn't want to strip down when it was raining and freezing on a public street with lots of people around. I mean, I didn't even want to take my shoes off. I actually think that that's a good thing too, that I have bad experiences with cops even though I'm white, so just to get the record straight. Anyway, here's my favorite cop story of all times. So, old guy takes a walk in the park. Nothing unusual there. I am taking a walk in the park. And he wasn't actually that old, he was in his 60s, but let's continue. So, old guy doing what old guys do. Darn kids, turn down that music! Or something like that. I mean, the papers weren't that specific, but yeah. Anyway, he walks into a police station. I am walking into a police station. And to do what? Hey, I wish to file a complaint because of those darn loud kids. So up till this point, I'm not really pro old guy, but let's just watch what's happening next. You wish to file a complaint? Yes! Oh, in that case, die, you motherfucker! Die! Die! Take this, you mother! Yeah, that's what happened. Stresses the vocal cords. Anyway, awesome story. I mean, he did obviously call an ambulance.
Actually, I just dragged him outside and let him lie and bleed there.
Okay, he didn't call an ambulance, but I mean, he took care of the old guy.
No, actually, I went right back inside and we kind of let the old guy lie there in a coma.
Yeah, that really happened. Awesome story, and obviously that police guy, he went to jail for forever.
Well, actually, it was more of a suspension for 2 weeks, more like that.
Yeah. And that's why the police sucks. It's not really the policemen, but the whole system behind them, right? Because I always imagine what would happen if you would work in, let's say, Walmart. And an old guy comes in asking, "Excuse me, but where's the milk?" And you go totally bonkers and just start wailing on that guy, beating the living shit out of him. Because you know what would happen if you would actually do that? You would get crucified. That policeman that did the exact same thing that you just did would probably come by and throw your ass into jail forever ever.
Forever ever?
Ever ever. A little side note, that old guy is actually okay, but just imagine that you beat someone into a bloody pulp, you drag them out on the streets, just let them lie there, and what happens to you? You don't have to go to your job for 2 weeks. Okay, you also don't get paid for 2 weeks, but... I mean, there was an internal investigation, but it's something like determined that this guy had serious problems, and then nothing happened to him, except for those 2 weeks of not getting paid. And I just think, if you were to work at Walmart and you beat up a guy and some Walmart guy came up to you and says, "Hello, I'm from Walmart Internal Investigations." "Oh, you are? My God, what happens to me?" "Oh, nothing, because you have personal problems." Awesome! I mean, that's crazy, right? Right? And I actually talked to a couple of cops for this video, and the thing is, cops are immune to the law that they are kind of there to uphold, I guess. So the cops that I really like are the cops that every cop hates, and those are the internal investigation guys. You know, those guys that always in those cop shows are the bad guys that go for the snitches and stuff like that. Because the cops that I talked to actually said that they were the first line of defense for civil liberties. stuff like that. But I'd say that those guys who keep the first line of defense straight, I'd say that those guys are actually the first line of defense. I'd say that. Yeah. So what's my point for this video? I don't have a point for this video. I just wanted to say that cops often suck. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to have a cop's job. I guess you could also say I don't want to be a cop. Yeah, that's probably better phrased. Anyway, there are big problems in almost every country when it comes to cops. But if you think that that cop story that I just told you is a problematic cop story, then go to India. Because what's the mafia in every other country? In India, those are the cops itself. The copsia. The mobs. Okay, if you were to come to me and tell me that they are mobs, then I don't think I would be afraid at first. Anyway, I get it. Cops have a hard job, but that's no excuse for being above the law. Even being the guy who tells other guys it has consequences to break the law. Well, actually, I think especially those guys should follow the law. They shouldn't just have to follow the law like everybody else, but they also should have to experience the consequences that arise from breaking the law. Yeah. Think about it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. That's if you agree with me that cops have too much power. Let's call it that, I guess. Also, please leave comments, especially when it comes to your experience with cops, but also your opinion when it comes to cops. Especially if you are a cop, or let's say you have a family member that's a cop and stuff like that. I'm sure you have some good stories. Please leave comments. And as always, please subscribe to this channel. All you have to do is click right here or up there. And if you like this video, then you will probably enjoy our next videos. And the cops will never be able to pin this on me.